Hey everybody, I just got back from Pasig branch. I needed to get my T.O.R. records or transcript of records. Yeah, because I figured while I still don't have a job, I might as well have those because the T.O.R. is one of the requirements for applying to a new job or applying to any job in this country. The school's register mentioned that it'll take 1 to 3 months for it to be fully processed. So I guess I have no choice but to wait uh, in the next few months to get my T.O.R. But luckily, she did provide a certificate of processing. So that paper could um, indicate that my T.O.R. is already being processed by the school. So hopefully HR would understand once I get hired or whatever company that is. So now I'm just walking back home. I figured I'd walk since I already ate a heavy meal earlier, so might as well burn the calories. So during my walk, I realized something that I should always keep my documents or important papers in one safe place because it's kind of hard if you lose some documents that are needed for a certain purpose, such as work applications, because it's a bit of a hassle to get another copy of that particular document or file. Short backstory, I already got my T.O.R. back when I first applied in my previous company. And over the years, I've moved houses, and unfortunately, along the way, some of my documents got lost. And back then, I wouldn't save my documents in the computer. I wouldn't scan any documents, just keep hard copies of them. But here we are. That's a hard lesson for me, and moving forward, I'm planning on keeping those particular documents. Like example there would be like birth certificate, marriage certificate, a T.O.R. once I get one, and other documents or IDs that are really important as a Filipino citizen. I'm gonna keep hard copies and I'm gonna keep digital copies where I can scan the documents and then save them in a drive. So at least at all times I can have access to them digitally if they need a digital copy of a certain file that I have. And another thing that I have realized is how gatekeeped everything is. So gatekeeping is sort of like controlling access to opportunities, resources, or knowledge. Like some people dictate who gets in and who stays out. Kind of like that. So there's a long running joke here in the Philippines that, for example, in order to apply for a job, you need a bachelor's degree, even though the job can be learned during training once you get in. You need a valid ID to get a valid ID. So what happens if you don't have a valid ID in the first place? Like for an entry-level job, you need around 4 years of experience of that said job. But it states entry level. So basically, you can apply if you have no experience, but then it requires you to have that experience. So how am I gonna get experience if you don't let me have experience of doing that said job? It's kind of sad that it is the norm here in the country, but I'm not sure. or I'm not 100% sure if it is the norm for other countries, but it is the norm for some parts of the Philippines. So it's kind of sad for other people who are career shifters, who have no experience in the job they're trying to apply for, which clearly states entry level, but then they get gatekeeped because for an entry level position, you need this much experience for that said job. Which, for me personally, and in my opinion here, doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not 100% sure. That is just my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I just have to focus on what I can control in whatever situation I am in. And I hope for the best for the rest of the people here. I'm just gonna try to enjoy my alone time here in the house. And I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. So I'm back in Interstate again. So I got a bunch of orders that I need to take care of. The thing is, the items or the things haven't been organized that much. So I'm trying to look for through these boxes if I can find the things that the customers have ordered or have reserved. And I think I pressed the light switch by mistake. I'll just leave it. Anyway, so I'm only taking 3 items. Cinema roll. Okay, transfer this box to this one. And let's try the other one. I did do an assessment yesterday for an RTA position, but for a different BPO. I figured since the job hunt is getting harder and harder as the months go by, why not try to get a job similar to my previous role? It was worth a shot. I did the assessment last night, and I think I did well, well enough to get a final interview tonight. So a little, backstory about me being an RTA. There were different types of, how the RTA works or workload, but I believe that other people there who might be watching this video are RTAs, and I think they can relate when I say we didn't have any forecasting methods. There's a dedicated team for that. For scheduling, we didn't do that as well. I was strictly a real-time analyst before, only focusing on queue management, line adherence, real-time movements, real-time monitoring of schedule adherence, some call handling time or some chat handling time, just like that. Basically, I'm the guy who people reaches out to if they are requesting for any real-time changes within a day for their teammates' schedule. A lot of RTAs or job openings for RTAs have some type of forecasting assessment or exams, and I know only a minimal amount of that knowledge because I didn't get to do that when I was still an RTA. So the assessment last night was a bit challenging for me. But I did some research or studying before the assessment, so I'm not even sure if I did all right. But I did try my best, and I don't think anything can take that away from me. Let's continue with the unboxing. So got the 2 items confirmed to be sold. Now I'm looking for another pair of pants that a customer inquired to take more pictures of. So I just need to find those pants so I can get out of here. Vaguely remember which batches of clothes belong to or to what box. So it's not here. So obviously it's in the new boxes. Yeah. Must be here. No, it's not. And here we go. The green mango pants everyone is looking for in the internet. Okay. Just put this back. Well, the operations are a bit different now. So instead of the orders getting picked up from my aunt's place, the orders will be picked up at my place. So I already put the disclaimer in the listings, on every listing in the shop, and also even a screenshot of the description, so I can add that screenshot in the photo gallery of each listing. So there should be no way that the customers or buyers will misunderstand how the disclaimer works or how we operate as a shop. If a lot of people don't read, then it's, no comment on that. So I'm taking a short break before I go back home. I'm looking at some stuff on my notebook on what needs to be done in the next few days. So I'm planning on going to a company near my house, just a walking distance away, to try to apply for a job. Because even though I did pass some initial interviews, it's not final yet, I haven't heard like a yes, you're accepted for the job yet. Yeah, so that's the plan. Until I hear a yes from employers, I'm gonna keep looking. So anyways, on Monday I have 2 companies that I'm planning to go to. Hopefully, if I get motivated enough, or if I hear some good news later tonight after the final interview, then I'm not gonna go. If not, then I'm gonna go. Let's see which comes first. Kuya Jelin po. Okay. All right.